were like 78 cities well known by Köfte. More than hundreds. One of them is Vinegar, right? But I mean, I saw many things in the last 2 years. Vinegar is no more associated with Köfte. Now it's more and more associated with furniture. And I think now it's also being associated with design. And it's unique in that sense in Turkey. Uh, 3 years is quite long for me. I have a personal history with vinegar. It's 3 years long, but it's quite long. And the first thing I remember 3 years ago, Karim Rashid preaching next to the local preacher, wishing fortune and good luck to his vinegar design center and design and competition center. And now, after 3 years, I saw a huge development from those days where this center was opened and the city really made a huge leap of being one of the towns associated with köfte and now really being an important town, a unique town, being associated with an industry, which is furniture, and also with design. And it's been an honor now. I have friends from Italy, I think next to the country that I come with, I mean, I have more. It's the first country I visit most, and I have many friends and colleagues. And now, I have one question to ask you. We wrote there, Tasarım her dili konuşur. We say Tasarım, design speaks every language, but why am I sitting with 3 Italians?
Actually, I'm not Italian. I live in Italy, if that helps.
The second question is going to be if Italians are Turks or Turks are Italians, because I mean, something I have heard that Turkey has more Roman ruins than Italy has, and more Greek ruins than actual Greece in Turkey. That's something that makes us in common. So we have these, I mean, distinguished guests, and I'd like to start with the ladies. Who have just arrived yesterday for the first time in Turkey, and they're working closely with furniture industry and they're designers, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we can start with Alessandra Baldereschi. If you have things to show, please,
yes,
and share with us what you have experienced so far and what you can share with this nice audience.
So I'm here today because I was appointed by the Triennale Design Museum Minister of Foreign Affairs as ambassador for the Design Day. It's a very big event that involves more than 100 ambassadors. We are all designers around the world. And I have the picture with the map. I'm here, and a lot of my colleagues are today, the same day, are in other 100 cities in the world. Can we have the picture about?
Alessandra.
So this is the video committed by Salone del Mobile. Is the preview. It's the first time we show this video because it's top secret. We will show this video just the first day of Salone del Mobile next month to the Italian president. This is very special for you.
Yok, yok.
that the Italians are also masters of storytelling, right? Yeah.
So, this is the map of 100 ambassadors around the world and the names. But let's start with my presentation, with my studio. The next picture, okay, this is my logo. I chose the house because, of course, my investigation is focused on what's happening at home and the home environment, of course. Just to make a kind of connection with the video we saw, I would like to start with my first project at the beginning of my career. This project, in the next picture, is a project where I used real moss leaves in order to make seat, carpet, and ottomans and many other stuff for home. Was exhibited in Gilmore's gallery. We used two technology in order to preserve the natural element, leaves and moss. For example, the carpet can wash up and roll up as a normal carpet. Was a kind of installation and was exhibited during the Salone del Mobile more than 10 years ago in the Moss Gallery, and after in Moss Gallery in New York. In the next picture you can see some details about this collection. The carpet, and we have the armchair, throne, where I use different kind of leaves. And the idea was to, as Matteo Garrone video, the idea was to live in the nature, surrounded by nature. I'm often, I grew up in the countryside, maybe that's why I often inspired by nature, natural element, and of course flower. Yes, natural shape. I like to have, to be surrounded by nature. This is the throne in real moss. Of course, every natural element was included in a plastic material called latex. It's a natural material that preserves the tactile and the color, and you can use and wash. Of course, it's a limited edition. It's not an industrial process. It's not possible.
Mass production.
Yeah, it's not possible. It's just an installation to give some inspiration, to give some, suggest to the company to use this idea, to share this idea. The next, from the beginning to one of the last project, we did this project for Selecti brand. Is a screen. The shape reproduces some tree. We use different color in order to obtain this. This is the details of the frame. This is metal, and we have two different color, autumn and spring. In the next picture. This is the spring version. Oh, this is some cut press about this project. I'm so proud because the next year will be shown in Miami, and they used my screen in the invitation card for the exhibition. And in this picture, you can see the screen and also another collection that I did for Selecti brand. Is an outdoor collection totally metal. The peculiarity of this collection is the use of the capitone, the Chester decoration, but in this case it's transformed in a structure. It's realized in metal rod. We sell different, of course, different color. And the idea is also to have, I like to include in my project some memories, something that you know.
In a different form.
Yeah, in a different form, yeah. Because for me it's important to feel something familiar, something not totally strange, not totally. And this is the bench. Of course, the collection includes many pieces, as steel table, armchair, bench, and other. This collection around also some interesting about from the press, and we have also published by Turkish. Yeah. And we got the cover of Interni Russian and many other press. In the next project, I would like to share with you a bit of my process. This is a collection for the brand Speech. In this occasion, the client asked me for a very clear, simple, and sideboard. They asked for an element suitable for a different environment at home, suitable for a home, bedroom or dining room. And my intervention was on the door of the cabinet. And I decided to work with handles and knobs. I decided to do a very simple shape of the sideboard, but characterize the project with these elements. Thanks to internet, we found many different knobs in different material, and we use that already are in the market, and we use these knobs in a different way. In the next picture you can see we compose, we did like this strange composition. That's why the collection is called Four Seasons. This is the spring with butterfly, and we have the summer, autumn, and etc. Was a successful collection, especially for the market. Was a collection that we sold for 3 or 4 years, and just last year the company, due to these successes, asked me to make a kind of restyling of this collection. Included, they asked me to add more elements like wardrobe, side bed, and drawer.
What about the copyright issues with the knobs and handles that you use?
Yeah, this is strange because I use the knobs that already exist, but in a different way. No, I think the most of these knobs come from India and America, and are very cheap element. It's not expensive, but
Anonymous.
Anonymous. And this is the new version of this project with the tree and branches. As I said before, the nature is a large source of my inspiration. And yes, this was presented just last Salone del Mobile in Milan, this collection. And yeah, this is a collection I did for Etimo is a company specialized in outdoor stuff. This is a flower pot for climbing plant. Yes, we can use the branch for the flower pot. Oh, this is a recent project that I did for Mon company. This project was inspired by the place where the company is based. The company is based in Brianza, it is the north part of Milan. 1 century ago was a marshy area suitable for the growth of these herbs. That's why I decided to use these kind of herbs. We call it maybe sage herbs. I don't know the name in English. And we decided to do this kind of stool that contained inside a kind of surprise. We put inside the soft part. In this way, this is my first prototype, because always when the idea comes, I need to try with simple elements like cardboard or... Oh, this is the real prototype. And we showed in the end, yeah, this is the legs, you can see the legs, was inspired by the typical milking stool. We are in the showroom here to show the finished, which shows white, gray, and copper. It's very trendy now, the copper finish in Italy. Some details about this stool. And in this picture, I would like to show you the difference between this image is from the catalog. Yes, it's an image clear that describes very well the product. But the next one is my image. That I always need to communicate my project in a different way, in a way that includes also a kind of soul. You know, I think this image can communicate better my idea, my original idea. And last year we increased this project with the ottoman and the chair, due to the success. Oh, this is thanks to Instagram and the social media. I found a lot of people and showroom or private people that show this is nice to see my product in different environment. And for the same company mod, this was my first experience with textile and carpet. And yeah, this is the project. The idea was to have this shadow printed on that reproduce the light. It's not real, it's just thanks to the recent technology that you can print on wool in very high definition. And yeah, this is the details. So another project for the outdoor. This is the French company, the name is Fairmont. They are leader for outdoor. And of course it's called Van Gogh because the inspiration comes from the Van Gogh painting. This is the self-portrait of Van Gogh, the chair. And I just take the line in order to develop the chair. Here we are in the Lione, in the company. We did many prototypes with frame, without, and in the end we have the table also. And I come back to the painting of Van Gogh to take the inspiration from the table. This is my drawing, some prototype in the company about the table and the stool. Oh, and this is the final result in Salone del Mobile, the official presentation in Salone.
The final step.
Oh, I would like to share with you this kind of research. We did this research with flu in collaboration with Flo. This is a research about upholstery and how the decoration can become functionality in the same time. In this case, the decoration is in the same time yes, give to the structure more comfort, more. This is the process. We have 2 layers of wood with insert the cushion. The cushion are mold. We say thermoformati. I don't know in English, maybe thermoforming. Thermoforming. And we did 2 kind of flower. And there was a very strange collection, but aroused a lot of interest.
It's laminated wood combined with the cushion.
Yeah, the cushion coming up on the surface. This is the presentation during the Salone del Mobile. It was 2012. This was my first experience with lighting design for the Fabian company. I decided to use the real glasses as a diffuser. I'm proud because this collection is in the catalog from 10 years, and we did many different typology for the table, suspending, wall lamp, some cutpress about. This is more recent project of lamp for the brand Speech. This is in plastic, it is a mold. Also inspired by flower. In this case, was inspired by the dahlia flower. And we did also some restaurant with this. We did some interior design in some restaurant with this lamp. Oh, this is Mediterranean. It's another project where I use elements that already exist. These ceramics are from Vietri. And just for finish, I would like to show you another project with glass. I have in my portfolio a lot of projects with glass. In this case, I was inspired by the classic fairy tale. I grew up with Walt Disney, and my imagination is, for example, this is for me Sleeping Beauty with and this is a strong picture. And this collection is part of the Triennale Design Collection. I'm proud of this. And yes, other project with glass that represent some animals. And Jonah, fishbowl. And Jonah, Jumbo, and George. For each of these animals, I wrote a story. I like to insert in my project also a narrative part. For me, it's important to give something of emotional, to give my project something.
What is design without emotion?
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Andrea Baldereschi. So, Natalia, how are you doing?
I want to say thank you to the organizer of this interesting event. Thank you very much. This is the worst day of my professional life because
good to be a part of it.
Because I have to speak in English and I'm still learning. And this is the next one, please. This is the face of my English teacher when I told him I am giving a talk in English in front of 3,000 people. And sad for reason because I am destroying, the romantic image the world as about Italian designers. Sorry, but yes, come back, please, back, Nada, back. Okay. Sorry, but you are inviting me to speak about my job, and I want to be honest with you. I am design is a very interesting name for a living dedicated to design because I think that there are people who made design, and design is not an abstract concept. And so first I want to say to you who I am. I am an owner of an industrial, architectural and design firm with another man, with the next one, who is Alberto Lasaria, who is for a very strange situation also my husband. This is a picture when in which we are smiling. It's a very rare occasion because we argue a lot in our job. And we live in Bergamo. It's a city, it's a very nice city. I invite you to visit Bergamo, also to visit my studio. My door is open. Okay, not all together, in a small building. And it's important for us to live in Bergamo because it's at the center of a most industrialized area of Europe. And why it is important for us? Because we are industrial designers. And we are proud to be industrial designers. And we are not like many people think about Italian designers. People wearing strange clothes, walking in the center of Milan, taking inspiration from fashion design, designing very expensive furniture, and so on. No, sorry, forget. If you want, you can call me nerdy Italian designer, but I'm not ashamed to admit it, sorry. But in fact, we enjoy working in the production department. We move watching, painting, oven. Our heart beat at the rhythm of the molding plastic machine. Our eyes shine when we look at the welding robot. But we are talking that is people, I have talked that is people who make design, and I want to talk about you this cycle that I like to call design management. This is important for us to know who is the people who make design. First of all, there is entrepreneur. Hands up, sorry, who is entrepreneur here? I saw. There is some entrepreneurs here. Yes, hands up, please. You are my nightmare, sorry. Knows very well the entrepreneur and the characteristic of the entrepreneur is very important for my job. The other people we have to know is users. All of us as users. And this is a huge nightmare. Because there is two different of users, customers, final customers, private customers, and also wholesale retailers. And then there are our poor designers. And for us to know the relationship.
If they are nightmares, they're daydreaming.
Yes, for designers, to know the relationship between between entrepreneurs, users, the customers of the specific entrepreneurs is very important for us, for our job. And so I am going to talk to you about 3 stories about this cycle, about my job with 3 different entrepreneurs. The first one is with the company Pedrali. It's an Italian. How many of you? Some of you knows Pedrali company? Nobody. It's a very interesting Italian brand. They produce 100% in Italy, and they produce tables and chairs, hundreds tables and chairs. In 2008, Mr. Giuseppe Pedrali obviously asked to us, guys please, to design tables, chairs, no, lamp. Yes. This was a great, we was happy for this purpose, but we were in a very big trouble because thinking at the cycle, we thought about why customers of Pedrali should buy lamps from Pedrali and not from many others producers of lamps. So we presented to Pedrali not a specific object, but a marketing project. The title of this marketing project was, the next one please, was Pedrali Contract Client, 1 table, 2 chairs, 1 lamp. And first of all, we say to Pedrali that their customer could buy from Pedrali free, only from one supplier like Pedrali, only 3 kind of product. And also they could buy the lamp also for other small innovation that could make the difference. This innovation was Easy Move, Easy Link, and Make It Up. Easy Link is a device to help electricians who have to put on the ceiling the lamp could connect every lamp together. The Easy Move is small pieces to put on and give up the lamp shade in a very easy way to clean it and so on. And then make it up because with only 2 lamps, the big one and the small one, we could compose 5 different kinds of lamps. And this free, simple innovation could make the difference. The shape of the lamp was our last problem, but not the least, because for the first lamp of Pedrali collection, we talked to a very iconic lamp who remind at the classical lamp. Everything is a balance between the transparency and the opacity of the plastic, and also the composition give many different objects for different to combine with different tables and chairs of Pedrali collection. From 2008, we have designed for Pedrali many lamps, outdoor lamps, table lamps, and so on. And the lamp collection now for Pedrali represent a very important business revenue. In the next Milan Fair in April, we are going to present the next one, but they are very very strict, and I'm not allowed to show you. Yes, I invite you to come in Milan and see.
She's not like you. You share
Yes.
she shares the whole video.
I'm Pedrali, I'm very strong. I try to, but the next story is the story our work with the IMDesign. The IMDesign is a company specialized in community furniture fields. You know that in 2008 there was a very great crisis, start of the economical crisis, and this crisis hit particularly the home furniture design in Italy. Obviously, when the IMDesign called us in 2009, they called us to design a house, a collection of home design products. Okay, I said to Alberto, no panic. The first thing to do is to make our client to change idea. And so visiting their production, we look at their machine, they have particular production of vending tubes in the oven. We propose them to produce urban furniture that this field was very easily adaptable to their existing sale network. And they could, is a new field for them, and they could, they have not to invest a lot for this new market, a lot of money. And so we designed the collection of 24 is the main collection of urban furniture for the IMDesign. Also this collection has small innovation to make the difference. For example, they have bending tube machine, so we design a bench with lots bending the tubes with different shapes. So very easy, very simple, but very difficult to imitate. We invented also new function for urban furniture, the chaise longue, for example, the sofa, the barbecue, and so on. After this experience, this is after a few months, we presented this collection, one important newspaper, Italian newspaper, selected this bench in 10 top 10 worldwide design. A very simple product, but the company wasn't well known in Italy companies, and with low investment, their brand could have immediately a very high view in a very high reputation. After this experience, we started to design the next one, please. we started to design in the core business of this company. We designed this one is the first one we designed. After this, we designed a collection of four products. This is the graphic presentation of a show we are going to present, to open, we are going to open next Monday for the next Salone del Mobile, and from a small frame we design a very simple chair who you can assemble without screw. And this is very important for this kind of chair. And with only this simple frame, you can combine 5 different collections of chairs. And now the NED produce per year tens of thousands of chairs of this collection. And the next one, the Smash chair, last year was selected by iMDesign Index, which is the main Italian design award. Okay, I want to finish with a small, very short example, a design for our product for a no furniture companies. Denardi is a company specialized in garage door, and this is an invisible door which disappear in the next one is disappear in the door. So the architect could transform, personalize their door and insert their door in their architecture. And this is an example. I did this example because I think that also furniture, the furniture field is going, I think, toward the contract market. And the important players of contract market are architects and interior designer. And interior designer want to personalize their project. And so the challenge of furniture companies is to produce in industrialized product which could have to be personalized from architect, I think. And now I want to end my talk to say to you that also nerdy designer like I am sometimes has a small privilege.
Unfortunately, it looks like a big ribbon. It's not a small.
Unfortunately, this is not my last car, but this is the prototype and a prototype. And 3 years ago, I had the privilege to visit the center style of Maranello, and I met Flavio Manzoni, and it was amazing talking to you because I see that designing a very luxury machine or designing a very simple chair is you must have the same passion, the same intellectual approach, the same also industrial responsibility and so on. It was very interesting to visit. I have not designed a Ferrari car yet, but at the next furniture fair I'm going to present a football table, which is a red one, is a red like a Ferrari, and it's fine to play with like driving a Ferrari car.
It's another toy.
It's another toy.
It's another toy.
A little bit cheap. That's all.
Yeah, thank you, Natali. So we get the impression that the Italians can design as well, right? Yes, Emmanuel, I have one question to you. How was it like to be working with Turkish students?
Yes. How was?
How was it?
Oh, it was amazing. I think it was very interesting for me to meet them all. I think they come from very different backgrounds. Even the culture is the same. You can feel it at the universities, if I'm not wrong, it was 12, 13 different universities from which they were coming, and you can feel the differences. And it was very good to have Ishil and all the group to help me to put the groups together, but it was really an amazing experience. I have to be sincere, I never go so far with students, and with these students we went very, very far.
Director of the Academic Product Design Program, right?
I'm the head of the design department, which includes architecture and urban design, engineering design, and product design. Yes.
So, what's the impression about Bursa? Because now it's been how long?
This is my second time, and yes, I was here for 4 days, 5 days. Unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to visit that much because we were very busy with the workshop, but I think the people, you can feel it that the people really want to do something different. This is, I think, one step to success. But probably first, you need to understand what's the difference that you want to make. But you can feel it, and that has to do with attitude. And the attitude, from my point of view, is the most important thing. You can also feel it in the students. They want to do different things. When they have a reason and they see the logic behind the reason, they feel comfortable. Otherwise, it's tricky. So I would say it's still a long way to go, but the attitude is the first thing, and that they have it.
So can you tell more about what was the brief, the project?
Yes, probably one student wanted to tell me for that. So we wake up a little bit. Somebody wants to help me with the brief? Probably you? Come.
The brief was about a sitting unit, and Emmanual bring a new point of view to us about parametric and something. We didn't know anything about parametric design and parametric patterns, and how can we design a sitting unit with a parametric patterns or something.
That was it.
Yeah, and we want to do something different from, like, not something like our university, and we want to do something different, and parametric and these sitting units are create our new point of view of something.
Thank you.
By the way, sorry about my bad language.
Thank you so much. So basically we started with analyzing the user target. So the brief was very simple. We designed sitting units, but they had to analyze the user target, the persona. Who was that person that they were going to direct their object? And from then on, we moved forward with the explanation of simple things like big Fibonacci numbers, so mathematical logics behind something. And by analyzing those examples, then they move forward to understanding geometry. But geometry, again, through parameters. So that was the first thing, and I was actually very surprised that this was probably not something easy, but for the second day, they were really producing. They were going back and forth, which is normally that you do it in your own studio, to go back and forth for researching and moving forward with different things and probably more complex things. And they were doing by themselves, like saying, okay, no, we will start it again. No? And normally, I'm the kind of teacher that don't allow to go back and start from zero, because then there is not a process. But they were doing by themselves, and they were like teaching themselves. And this is very complex to do in the education, to teach yourself. And eventually, from then on, we move forward to the design of an object by using these rules. And one of the things, if it wasn't that complex already, it was to create self-supporting systems. So systems that didn't use any kind of screw or any kind of glue to assemble themselves. I think most of them made it. One other thing, it was both the design process and also the teaching side, that they are not used to this kind of teaching side that we do, for example, at Domus, that very cross-disciplinary, trying to take advantage of the skills of everyone, the competences, and you actually meet them in order to combine them and to create something different, something magic.
What's your observation about international students in Italy, not here? Because I think Italy, Domus, are getting too many students from all over the world, China, Turkey, even.
Yeah, we have more or less like 98, 95% of the students are foreign students, and just very few, like from every class we have probably one Italian student, two Italian students. I think it is very good to have different cultures, because again, this is something that actually we were just discussing before I came to Turkey with the faculty, that for a faculty that has really very different foreign students, different cultures, it is not easy to integrate in terms of the design process. And I think this is something we should do more, because then if we have the chance to understand the different cultures, then we can actually in a way collaborate with their competences, as we do it already, because we have, for example, I think I'm sure we are one of the few schools in the world that accept not design people for doing design masters. So we have, for example, journalists that join our master's programs. We have now a model from Netherlands that he joined the business design master program. We have people from chemistry that came to join. And actually, my assistant is not here right now, Ali, he's from Turkey. He's a business informatics, he has a business informatics background, and he joined the master in product design. So all these kind of things that we are already doing it, and in the Italian history, has been done for really many decades. It hasn't been done with the culture, and I think today is the time to do it.
I think the official time for us is almost over. Can we take some questions? Can we? One. Okay, we can take one question. That's fine. There's some powers behind it.
Hello, thank you for the good presentation. And I would like to ask you, the ladies in the stage, I can see some in the different type of designers in the stage now. One of it for the designers for the dark side, which is the realist part of the designing, and some of the other one, Miss Alessandra, right? And you are the bright side for the designers, and you are making some good projects and making some for the press works. I would like to ask you that you are sometimes changing the roles. For example, while you are talking with the entrepreneurs, you need to be in the realist part of the designing, right? Because you need to know about the techniques and about other stuff. And for you are when you are talking about with the users, you need to more in the artistic side as a designer. When we catch from the video, also from your works, then I can catch the artistic side of the designers from your presentation, and from yours I can see the dark side. I can say maybe dark side. So, what kind of things can you advise for the designers in here as a changing the masks while we are talking with the users and while we are talking with the entrepreneurs in here?
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, exactly right there.
That's right. I have an artistic education before studying product design in the Academy. And that's why maybe my artistic education gave me this kind of vision, this special point of view. And when the company called me, they want this kind of work from me. And that's why I show you just, if, for example, if you are interested about my work, you can visit my website and find more and more projects. I selected just more the project that represented me in this way. And yeah.
Thank you. What about you, about the making artistic your works?
I think that also my job is artistic. And I come from the dark side, but the material with which I work is also the industrial process. Other people work with wood, with plastic, and industrial process is a material with which I work. And I think that my work is an artistic work. Yes, I'm not a artistical education. I am an architect, and I like to say that I am an industrial designer, and my work is to transform the industrial product in artistic product. There is in the dark zone of my in my project, there is a very hard work to combine the necessity of production, the necessity of and for artistic artist could be a restriction, you can say a narrow, is true, but we are not design artistic element. We are designing industrial product.
Okay, thank you.
And the dark side might be more interesting. And now we have one video, I guess.
Yes, I would like to show you just one video. Probably before starting, what I want to just tell you very shortly, especially to the students, is that... could you stop it just one second? But this video, I was invited in the Beyond Media in Florence, 2008. It's a biennale, very important for technologies and so on, and I was invited to think about the future of design. And for me, it has been very interesting to go through this video from time to time, because even if I haven't really tried to do exactly the things I thought at that moment, for some reasons in life, I have been meeting with these points over and over again. And actually, some of the things that you did in the workshop has to do with this video, which is about integration. And even some of the things that I thought at that moment were eventually developed by the military in different countries, like in Austria. So all I want to say here is that if you want to move with something that you feel passionate about, this is the most important thing, to be a passion for what you do. All of the rest is going to come consequently. So yeah, so thank you.
Я смотрю человека. Чувствую иску. Поверьте. Я уже могу обходиться без него.
Evet, çok teşekkür ediyoruz.